Metal Fight Beyblade, the generation of Beyblade that didn't just help usher in a new era of competitive Beyblade in the late 2000s to the early 2010s, but it is also the generation of Beyblade which I believed helped the Beyblade franchise reach the level of hype, success, victory, and whatever you would call it that it has today. What is up, metalheads? Welcome to the very first episode here on our channel, where we talk about anything and everything about Metal Fight Beyblade. And if you're into these kind of content, please consider dropping a like and subscribing into that channel. For today's video, I will be welcoming you to the awesome world of Metal Fight Beyblade. But first, before we continue on that, let me give you a quick background on the Beyblade generations. The Beyblade franchise has 4 main generations of Beyblade. Starting us off, we have Bakuten Shoot, which ran from 2001 to 2003. It was better known as the plastic generation of Beyblade. A few years after Bakuten Shoot, we had Metal Fight Beyblade, which ran from 2008 to 2012. And from the name itself, it now has a metal part around the Beyblade. A few more years after Metal Fight Beyblade, we then had Beyblade Burst. And now from 2023 to present, we currently have Beyblade X. But enough of all that for now. Let's talk about and focus on Beyblade Metal or Metal Fight Beyblade. The Beyblades of the Beyblade Metal generation has 5 parts. It's face bolt, a clear wheel, a metal wheel, a spin track, and a performance chip. Put all of that together and you have yourself a Metal Fight Beyblade. Just to get this out of the way, the face bolt is, well, the bolt that seals the Beyblade together and often corresponds with the Beyblade's clear wheel. This is also how Beyblades get their overall names. Say for example, Storm Pegasus 105 RF. The first part of Beyblade metal names is the metal wheel used on the Beyblade. In this case, it is the Storm Fusion Wheel or Storm Metal Wheel. The second part of the names is the clear wheel used on the Beyblade, and it is consistently the type of animal, mythical creature, or deity that the Bey represents. And in Metal Fight Beyblade, most of the creatures or deities used are from constellations, which is mostly the whole theme of this generation, such as on this Bey, which is Pegasus. Then we have the letter and number combinations on the names of the Beyblades, which if you're not that familiar with the parts, it can be a bit tricky, but don't worry, that's why I'm here to explain it. The letter number combination refers to the Bey spin track. For Pegasus, it is only numbers because its spin track does not have any gimmick. It is just a plain spin track that has a height of 10.5 millimeters. And yes, the number corresponds to the spin track's height. Just take the number and divide it by 10 or simply put a period before the last digit. That's why in the case of Flame Sagittario C145S, we'd know just by the name that it has a gimmick on its spin track. And the C stands for claw. 145 means that the spin track is 14.5 millimeters in height. And lastly, the letter or letters that come after the number of the spin track is what kind of performance tip it has. For Pegasus, it is shown with the RF, which stands for rubber flat. And for Sagittario, the S after C145 stands for sharp. you can make different combinations, and by those combinations, the name of the Beyblade is born. Here's an example. Take the face bolt and clear wheel from Pegasus, the fusion wheel and performance tip from Leon, and the spin track from Sagittario, and we'll have something like this. Now that we know the different parts that make up a Metal Fight Beyblade, we can talk about the three main types of Beyblades. Depending on the parts that you use, the overall type of a Beyblade changes. The three main types of Beyblades are: the first are attack types. The characteristics of attack types include a metal wheel with mainly 3 contact points or gaps, low spin tracks in order to deliver uppercuts, and flat tips in order to boost their speed. They rely on fast and powerful attacks to secure a very early victory. Next, we have the defense types. The characteristics of defense types mainly include a round metal wheel with some edges for counters, a bit taller spin track to avoid uppercuts, and tips that can grip the stadium well. The way they finish battles is relying on counterattacks and recoil to send their opponents flying. Last but not the least, we have the stamina types. Their characteristics include a round metal wheel just like the defense types, but this time with little to no edges, tall spin tracks, and tips that are sharp to make use of their centrifugal force to keep spinning and knock out the opponent first. But there is another type that is formed when you equalize your parts for all three types, and that is the balance type, which typically takes a whole lot of skill to win matches since you're gonna have a Beyblade that has a little bit of everything and not focused on a single winning pattern. Since they are created by mixing different type parts, balance types don't have any characteristics that sets them apart from the others. But with the right combination and approach, balance types can easily become powerhouses that can knock out any foe. They don't have a winning pattern, rather balance type base must be well known by its user and generate their own specific winning strategies. Now that we know about the different types of Beyblade, we can now talk about the rock-paper system of Beyblade. All throughout the Beyblade generations, Beyblade adapts this rock-paper-scissors system of winning. Although it is not a surefire way of securing a victory, using this theory may give you an advantage over your opponent. First, attack types beat stamina types. Since stamina types mostly stay in one place, they are easy targets for attack types, and because of their tips mostly being sharp, they most likely won't have enough friction to take the hits. Then we have stamina types beating defense types. Defense types are reliable, but against stamina types, they will mostly run out of stamina first. And since they don't have power like attack types, the battle will drag on until the defense type falls. And lastly, defense types beat attack types. Defense types are made to take hits, especially from attack types. Their metal wheels cause them to either take the hit or reflect it back to the attacker, causing them to either lose stamina or get sent flying. Before we end the video, I have a question for you that you can answer under the comment section below. How many Beyblades were used or seen on this video? And that's it for today. If you'd like to see more of these Metal Fight Beyblade content, please do like and subscribe, because there's still a whole lot more for you metalheads. See you soon!